Good day, folks. Welcome to the revival of BarChats. It is your lovely host, Mark, and the other host, Mr. Chris.
What's that, dude? Hey, peeps, we are back with a new series. And this is not BarCast, but this is BarChats.
Yes,
As
we are going back to our roots.
Yeah, after... how long has it? It's been, what, 8 months?
3 years?
8 months since the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
But 4 years since the initial idea.
Yes.
Well, over 4 years. But we're actually doing BarChats.
Officially going back to what we were.
Yeah, officially going back to the initial title. As you can tell, we're rambly already.
It's already a good start.
Strong, solid, back to our roots, literally. BarChats is going to be a different sort of series to BarCast. So BarCast was a podcast series in which we ran episodes ranging from 30 minutes to 150 minutes. See Season 2, Episode 6. But this series is going to be shorter in episode length.
Definitely shorter, because this is what our original project was. We got too grounded, we burnt ourselves out, whereas we went away from our original topic. So we are going to kickstart with topics of the day, and what better way to start than what's trending lately, which is mine and Chris's favourite thing and what we've been watching for years, but now has a live action. And guess what it is?
Oh, it's got to be the one and only. It's One Piece.
Indeed. In One Piece. And it is so refreshing to see a series and like the reading that me and Chris have like been following for years. Now it's coming to like the screen as a live action, which will bring in more people.
And it has been. It has been bringing in more people.
And it's been great to see, because it's not like there was never like the gatekeeping of it. It was just
no. One Piece doesn't really gatekeep.
No, but it's like where some people like don't want to watch like animes and stuff like that. But now it's like bringing the two groups all together.
And the length of the series was off-putting, and the longer people put it off, the more off-putting it was, because it's 1,076 episodes at this moment in time, maybe more, depending on when this gets released.
Yeah, that's true, actually. How long
but there's over 1,070 episodes. But the One Piece live action has basically covered the first 45 to 50 chapters of the anime. Episodes, not chapters, sorry. And the casting has been exceptional.
Oh, yeah, they've done really well.
We don't want to go into too many spoilers, obviously, for the people who haven't watched One Piece. But the people who they have cast to play the main characters have been so spot on.
100% spot on.
The guy who plays the cook went to cooking school. Kickboxing, because he fights with his feet, and learn all sorts of different martial arts based on how to fight with your feet. There is the main character, Luffy, who has met the writer and Oda has said, "Yeah, you are my Luffy." And there is no higher praise than the owner going, "You're the person."
Yeah. And it's the same with like Zoro. Like the actor that plays Zoro has always been a fan of Zoro also, so it's quite
he's got the good stoic sense. Emily Blunt as Nami was really good, cool as well. And then Usopp's actor, spot on, completely plausible. I can see that as Usopp. And then it's not 100% the material. There are changes. They introduce a character earlier. They have slightly changed some of the plot points, but it just makes
It makes more sense.
Yeah,
the story's going because of
and the
where
time they
all
had.
the source material is now out. Whereas like some stories start off and they build up characters over time. You now know who you've got,
Mm,
and it works better for the live action because you can start seeing the story making sense from some characters getting introduced sooner so they don't come as a mystery later on. Whereas like
yeah,
for the manga and the animes, it made sense of like the shock and the awe when they got introduced.
and also it just makes more sense of the story about where the antagonists lie. They had to cut some plot points out, and you realize like, well, they were more for comedic effect in the anime to keep the show light-hearted.
Mm,
The live action is giving it the possibility to go a lot darker and a lot more
yeah.
serious, while
Which
still having some funny tones.
Yeah, it's more for the realistic setting more than what it is. So like a nowadays setting of like the pirate era kind of.
Yeah, uh, and they've introduced a couple of really clever little bits and pieces as well.
Mm,
Like the technology, I'm really happy. Like for the One Piece fans, that they did the Den Mushies justice. I think they look great.
mm,
And they included like a couple new bits of technology, like a Den machine megaphone and a basically an earpiece of a Den Mushi. So it's like a little Bluetooth thing for like one-on-one calls, and I thought that was very clever.
and it makes sense for the setting as well.
Yeah.
'Cause, like you have to cover a lot more. It's hard. Sometimes live action is hard because it's not. You have to piece scene for scene going in an order. Whereas like
Hmm.
if you got comic books, you could do one scene and it jumps to another.
Yeah. And my biggest worry really was how they were going to animate Luffy's ability.
Mm,
Luffy is known as a rubber man. So he stretches and like think of like a live action Mr. Tickle. It just wasn't gonna work if they
no.
don't get it right.
And that's a mission in its own right. Every
Yeah.
other skill easy enough. This rubber is difficult.
Yeah, especially the way that Luffy uses his rubber.
Mm,
Like some of his attacks are fine, but he hasn't really done a couple of his attacks yet, which he's been known to like finish off multiple enemies with like his headbutt attack, where he like
mm,
stretches his neck back and smacks his head into people, and you're like, how are they going to animate a guy's neck to do that? So I can see why they've
mm,
chosen not to use that attack so much.
yeah.
Um, but it's going to be interesting to see if they incorporate that into further series. Obviously, there's talks for season 2 and
Yeah, I was to
3
say,
and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
they have pretty much been green lighted for the second season. So it's not like it's going to be one of those one season shows that you get
No,
into and
it it was
stop.
like the highest rated show on Netflix. I
Mm,
think once the actors strikes are done and the writing strikes are done, we're gonna get a lot more content
mm,
for One Piece, the live action. Um, I I'm also in the bandwagon that Jamie Lee Curtis should play one of the characters in the upcoming season. If
mm,
you know, you know. No
yeah,
spoilers here.
yeah.
She's an
Mm.
avid One Piece fan. Um, but yeah, that's. I'm very excited about the One Piece live action.
Oh yeah, 100%. And like how the story, like where it's slightly different, it's more interesting. Like there's certain characters that get more screen time, and it like does them a lot more justice as well.
Exactly. So it's. I am just really looking forward to it. It's. I don't think we're going to get another season for a good year or so.
Yeah, it takes a lot to prep, and they
And
all also with how they're going through the story. Obviously, the creator of One Piece oversees it as well, so getting them on the scene at the same time could be difficult because he's going to be working already
yeah,
on his
and
own project.
he's trying to, you know, he's in the final saga of his series
Mm,
that he's been working on since the mid to late 1990s.
mm,
Like, and everyone is on the edge of their seat. like waiting for the next chapter. And if he's got to oversee that as well, it's just, yeah, it's going to be great.
Oh, 100%.
And that is all we got time for this episode. If you like this format, please do let us know in the comments below, and we will be back with you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Just a couple of guys chatting over a brew.